Hello and welcome to the 2021 kindergarten parent meeting for the incoming class of 2034. My name is Mr. Eckhart. I am the principal here at Jane Ball Elementary School, and we are excited to meet our students that will be coming in August for kindergarten. So thanks for participating in our parent meeting. A little bit about our school. We have a full-time secretary and bookkeeper that are both here at school every day. We also have a full-time school nurse who is a registered nurse. And we also have a full-time school counselor. Next year, we are tentatively planning on having 4 sections of kindergarten. Our teachers are Mrs. Bochnowski, Mrs. Kiger, Mrs. Novitsky, and Mrs. Pacheni. A little bit about our school. So we are kindergarten through 4th grade. This year we have 470 students. The Indiana Department of Education has rated us an A school. We have a partnership with NISAC, who provides services to students with IEPs that have special needs. Those staff members are in the building and provide services every day to our students that need that extra support. We also have an intervention program called RTI, Response to Intervention, where we meet with small groups of students for reading or math that need extra support academically. We are a Title I funded school, which means we receive federal money to support programs here at school. That includes staffing for some teachers and aides to work with kids. That also includes supplies like books for book giveaways that we do, and family nights and parent nights and things like that. Like I said, we have a full-time school counselor, and Mrs. Clark works with all of our students. She teaches lessons in the classroom and also works with small groups of kids. We have social work support from Regional Mental Health Services, where a social worker comes to the school once or twice a week and meets with kids that need that extra support. And we also have high ability programming. We have a teacher dedicated to high ability, and she teaches students in grades 3 and 4 reading and or math, depending on what they have qualified for. And in 1st and 2nd grade, we cluster group our high ability students in the same classroom so we can make sure they are being appropriately challenged. As you probably have seen just by driving around town, here in Cedar Lake and Hanover Township, our district is growing very quickly. And new families are coming and houses are going up all over the place. Just a couple of years ago, we moved the 5th grades from the elementary schools to the middle school because there was no space left at the elementary schools. Well, quickly, the elementary schools filled up. The middle school and high school have very limited space available. And so in 2020, all the voters in Cedar Lake and Hanover Township passed a referendum, which means that very soon this spring, ground will be broken for a new building. That new building will be grades 3, 4, and 5. It will be placed behind the current middle school. The middle school will go back to being grades 6, 7, and 8. And Lincoln Elementary and Jane Ball Elementary will become schools that have grades kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd. So now let's jump into kindergarten and what you need to know. Attendance is very important in kindergarten, just like it is for all of the older grades. The state mandates that students attend school 95% of the time. So we go to school 180 days. So this means we expect students to miss no more than 9 school days throughout the school year. We communicate with our families various ways throughout the school year, including a weekly school newsletter on email, our Hanover website. Search us on Facebook, Jane Ball Elementary School. Please like us and you will see all kinds of things that we're sharing, as well as Twitter. Search #MyJBLions and see all kinds of current events going on at school. I look into every classroom. And you can also search #MyJBLions on Google and click on images, and you will also see all kinds of photos and pictures from throughout the school year and years past of great things that are going on in school. Of course, we use emails and phone calls to communicate with families, and every teacher uses the Class Dojo app that you can put on your phone to quickly communicate between the teacher and the parents. And teachers also share photos and portfolios through Class Dojo as well. Kindergarten today is a lot different than it was 20, 25 years ago. There's very little downtime in kindergarten today. We're going to look at a sample schedule in just a minute. but we have all the same core subject areas in kindergarten as we do for the other grade levels. At 8:20, students enter the building, and then quickly, once they unpack and get ready, currently this year they're having breakfast in the classroom if they choose to. We jump right into core academics, reading and writing. We have lunch and recess, a read aloud time and sharing time. Intervention and enrichment time is when students get extra support or that extra challenge. All students rotate each day through one of the 4 classes, either PE, art, music, or computers. They have math. They have a second recess, which all grades have a second recess. In kindergarten, they have a snack. And then in kindergarten, we also do teach science and social studies throughout the school year as well. So it's a jam-packed day. Now we're going to hear from 3 of our kindergarten teachers on some things that you can do to help your child be prepared for kindergarten.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bachkowski, and I'm going to talk to you about kindergarten readiness skills. Something big to work on is independence. That means being able to open packages and water bottles, being able to button, zip, tie shoes if they're wearing shoes that tie, or Velcro shoes, slip-on shoes, using the bathroom independently, washing hands properly, so all good things to work on at home. Listening and following directions. There are lots of teachers and aides throughout the building that your child will come in contact with on a daily basis that they need to listen to, and also just learning academics in the classroom, listening and following directions. Taking turns, working together, being patient. Some things you can do are play simple games, build things, just work on the taking turns, and having to wait to do things. A full day schedule. Kindergarten is all day. It can be a very long day, especially at the beginning of the year. So setting some lunch and snack times, working on various activities throughout the day, maybe an earlier bedtime or a bedtime routine to get them set up for the next day. Identifying and writing their first name. We use Danielian style handwriting, which the letters have little tails at the end. So we work on first name, being able to state their full name, so their first and last name for cafeteria purposes, or if someone is taking attendance and specials. Holding a pencil and crayon correctly, being able to write, draw, color, cutting with scissors, obviously with supervision, but they can practice cutting at home, and saying, not singing, the ABCs. So these are all things that you can work on until kindergarten starts.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Piceni. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about literacy skills in kindergarten. We start the year off by identifying uppercase letters and eventually go on to identifying lowercase letters. We learn our letter sounds and we start to read high frequency sight words. We do a lot of rhyming activities. We identify rhymes and do rhyme matches. We produce rhymes. We take our sounds and we blend them into recognizable words. We take that even further into reading emergent readers. We use our Danielian handwriting to write uppercase and lowercase letters. We use our sounds again to help us write simple words. We identify punctuation. We begin to use that into our stories. And we express ideas and stories with pictures and words in our writer's workshop block every day. At home, the most important thing you can do for your child is just to read as much as you can every day.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Novitsky, and I'd like to talk to you about the math skills that we use in kindergarten. At the beginning of the year, we're going to be identifying numbers, and then we move on to putting words with those numbers. We start by counting to 25. By the end of the year, we're up to 100. We also do addition and subtraction to 10. We will be sorting objects, doing various activities with that and graphing them. We also will work on patterns. We are counting objects, starting out up to 10, and then we go up to 20 objects. We also do a lot of work on comparing numbers and groups of objects. And we also will be writing our numbers from 0 to 20. At home, you can help us out a lot by counting items in your everyday life and discussing less than and more than and sorting items. Hi, I'm Ms.
So thanks to our kindergarten teachers for giving us a little insight into some things that are done in kindergarten and some things we can do at home to help our student be more prepared for kindergarten. Next is a quick video and a look into some of our classrooms. This video was recorded and produced prior to March 2020, so it is a little bit different in that students are not wearing masks, where this year at school, students have been wearing masks.
I love this place.
But I do know where in my class. Well, let me see a pretty outfit. Oh, I love.
I really like playing with my friends at Jane Ball.
All right, so thanks for hanging on so far, and here are our next step directions. You will get an email in the next week with all of the directions for everything I'm about to go over. So no need to fret. It will all be outlined for you when you get that email. But parents will go on and create an InfoSnap account if you don't have one yet, because you don't yet have a child in the Hanover schools. And in that account, then you will begin to start online registration. If you already have an account, you can snap over shared family information and you don't have to input it a second time. If for some reason you have an account and you have forgotten your password, you can click the forgot password link or give us a call or email and we can get that sorted out for you. So what is Kindergarten Roundup? It's a registration and screening process. In May, on May 6th or 7th, each child that's coming to kindergarten in the fall will come to school with one parent or guardian. Please make sure you bring all paperwork from the packet we're going to email you next week. And please make sure all of your paperwork is filled out and completed. It makes the process much quicker for you if everything is already completed. Students go with Jane Ball teachers and are screened on some basic things that we'll be doing in kindergarten, like alphabet, letter recognition, number identification, describing pictures, things like that. Please make sure you turn in all medical information and it's completed before you come on May 6th or 7th. At that time on May 6th or 7th, you can also sign up for our meal programs, and we will have someone from transportation here. Bus routes will not be finalized until the summer, but we can answer some questions if you have any about transportation. If you don't live in a home that you own or lease, please contact our residency officer before you come on May 6th or 7th so you can get any extra forms that you would need to provide filled out for May 6th or 7th. In the next week, you are going to receive an email with all of these materials in addition to a sign up for a time for you to come on May 6th or 7th. Looking forward to August, we are tentatively planning on having kindergarten orientation on Monday, August 16th from 5:30 to 7. That's when parents or guardians can come to school with their child, see a couple places in the school, see the classroom, and meet the teacher. School will start on Wednesday, August 18th. In the meantime, please check us out on Facebook on Monday nights at 7:45 p.m. where I do a live read aloud. Follow Jane Ball Elementary School on Facebook. We will be sending out information in the next week. Please look for that. And after you receive that email, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at school, 219-374-3700. Thank you so much for attending our presentation, and we look forward to seeing everybody very soon.